Rabbitohs!
G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video, I am going to be talking about the Charity Shield. So the game between the South Sydney Rabbitohs and the St. George Illawarra Dragons. Now, obviously I'm a Rabbitohs fan, so this is predominantly going to be very heavy focusing on the Rabbitohs. I will talk a little bit about the Dragons and how they went, but it's mainly going to be on the Rabbitohs here due to the fact that I want to give my take on my thoughts on the game. All right, but before we get into that, guys, if you could hit that like button and subscribe. We've just hit 10k subs, which is incredible to me. So thank you so much for all your support. I really do appreciate it. You guys are the true MVPs. All right, let's jump into it. So I will talk a little bit about the Dragons to start with, and then we'll talk the Rabbitohs. I was really, really impressed with what I saw from the Dragons. Like, they blew me away. A completely new-looking Dragons side with three new spine members there for them in Damien Cook, Clint Gutherson, and Lockie Illia. So they look really good together. And I was completely shocked at how well they played. Sione Finau, the winger, scored 4 tries in the first half an hour, which was incredible. They got off to such a good start there, the Dragons. And again, I will talk about that a little bit later on in the video. But yeah, strong start for the Dragons. I thought the Couchman boys looked really good. Obviously, as I said, the spine, they all seemed to gel really early on. Moses Sully was incredible. Yeah, the Dragons, I think the Dragons might go a little bit under the radar this year, to be honest. They were very strong in this game. Yeah, to their credit, they started hot. 34-0, I think it was, after about half an hour. So really, really good performance there from St. George Dragons fans. You should be proud. You should be happy. Really strong effort there from the Dragons. All right, let's talk about the game as a Rabbitohs fan here. So I was proud of the completion rate. We completed at 90%. The Dragons completed at 85%. So our completion rate was fine. What killed us was our missed tackles and our penalties. I mean, there was 6 penalties to 0 or something like that in this game. Like, that is crazy. We need to get better at that ill discipline. And it was mainly the first half. The first half was our biggest downfall. So, yeah, pretty disappointing stuff. Obviously, going down 34-0, you're never going to come back from that. I don't care how good of a team you think you are, you're never going to come back from that. Now, obviously, a plethora of injuries already in this season. Losing both the Mitchell boys, Shaq and Latrell, Cam Murray. We had no Tavita Totola, no Ewan Aitken. Who else was there? Obviously, no Alex Johnston, no Campbell Graham, no Cody Walker. Like, these are key players in our 17. Obviously, not so much Shaq Mitchell, but he would have been handy to have, that's for sure. But yeah, so many injuries to start the year, which is never a good thing, and it comes down to the club. Like, there's no point making excuses. We went through this last year. I really thought that, we would have cleaned out the strength and conditioning team and brought in a new one, because it's not acceptable, man. Not acceptable. It's very disappointing, and this is the sort of results we'll see if it's going to continue. So, yeah, hopefully we can get that sorted. I know Cam Murray is likely out for the season. Latrell looking to miss 4 to 8 weeks. I think Good Friday is what the club is aiming at for him. Hopefully Cody Walker won't miss too much footy, but like, you can see it really impacted us today. Look, I had 5 standout players. These were my 5. Obviously, you guys might have different opinions to me on these players. There was a lot of players that did look all right today, but these were my 5. David Mwale, I thought, was very good up front. 118 metres, 32 tackles. Very strong from him. Keon was a bit quiet in the first half there. Didn't really get through too much work. Scored 2 tries in the second half, though, which I was really happy to see. Ran for 97 metres, 2 tackle breaks, and 1 line break. So, a decent game, all things considered, for Keon, but I'd still say not to the level we're expecting from him. The 2 tries, great stuff, but it came pretty late in the game when it was really realistically over. Jamie Humphries, by far one of our best players. I had 2 top tier players today. Jamie Humphries was one of them. 1 try, 2 try assists, 82 metres, 28 tackles. He is my halfback. I wouldn't have Lewis Dodd there. Unfortunately, I just don't think Lewis Dodd he's not coping over here. It's disappointing because I would have loved to see how he went. Maybe they'll go with him for round 1, but I generally think Jamie Humphries in this first hit out, he's won that jersey for me. 1,000% has won that jersey, but we'll see how the team lists are named in round 1. But yeah, Jamie Humphries I thought was an absolute standout. Jai Gray, holy crap. What a performance from Jai. 1 try assist, 2 line breaks, 168 metres. He topped the metre tally for any Rabbitohs player. So really strong performance from Jai Gray. I think him and Jamie Humphries were definitely our 2 best players. And then another one definitely deserves an honourable mention. Lachlan Hubner. He just got through so much work. I've been talking about Lockie for a while now. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you'd see that I'm always talking about Lachlan Hubner. I really do think he is going to be a massive inclusion for the Rabbitohs this year, especially losing Cam Murray. You know, he can play up front. He can play at lock. Wherever you need him, he'll fill a role there. And I think if they do start him at some point in the season, or if he is to come off the bench, I think he is going to add so much impact to this team. So, yeah, look, disappointing result. There were some, good things to take out of it. I thought Jaden Sullivan as well, just to throw him in there, was pretty good. Not too bad either. But, yeah, outside of that, pretty disappointing performance as a Rabbitohs fan. I'm not thrilled about how we went, but we move on. And, yeah, round 1 is just around the corner. Cannot wait. All right, guys, drop down a comment below to let me know what you thought of the game. Obviously, if you're a Rabbitohs fan, you should be disappointed about that game. I'm disappointed. Not really. I know we had injuries, but there's no excuse. We should have gone in there with a lot more fight than 34-0 after 30 minutes. So disappointing from my perspective as a Rabbitohs fan, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. A charity match is not just a trial, in my opinion. There's a lot more to play for. We love playing for that shield, and it is what it is. We move on, but yeah, disappointing performance. Fingers crossed we get a few players back for round 1, and hopefully we can notch up a win or 2 in the first couple of rounds. But yeah, that is going to wrap it up from me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, my friends, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.